Whew, all right, back in front of the camera. What is going on, everybody? It is Sukimelt, and today I would like to take a minute to just talk to you guys about something that I've been addicted to. It's not drugs, it's not alcohol, it's not anything bad, it's Marvel Snap. Now I'm gonna be honest, I love video games, and I love gaming, I love trading card games, I love everything about it, but I have a really hard time getting hooked, really getting sucked into a game and being a part of its community and having something to come back to every time. Somehow, I've managed to find that with Marvel Snap. Let me try and dive into how I found Marvel Snap and how I got to where I am. A few months back, I got many Marvel Snap ads, and I'm sure that you've gotten plenty yourself. I was curious about what the game was, but I didn't have enough intrigue to really care to download the game. Then, I was on Twitter, and I saw tweets about Marvel Snap on my homepage. I began looking more and more into it, and I couldn't find anything negative about the game. Now, I don't know if you've been on Twitter before. Finding negative opinions is not hard, and the fact that I couldn't find anything negative about this brand new game that was being plastered on almost every advertisement I was seeing, I was surprised that no one was saying anything negative. So I went ahead and downloaded the game, and I very quickly realized why so many people were obsessed with Marvel Snap. If you haven't played Marvel Snap before, and if you have no idea what the game is, let me quickly break it down so that you have some context for everything that I'm about to say. Marvel Snap is a card collecting, deck building game where you try and collect all of the Marvel heroes, assemble them into the best deck of 12 cards that you can manage, and then you use your decks to battle against other players in matches of 6 turns. In these 6 turns, you're trying to win over 3 random locations that are different every single match. Your cards have an energy cost and a power, and different abilities that make them different from all of the other cards. Essentially, you play your 6 turns, and whoever's winning 2 of the 3 locations at the end wins. There is a lot more that goes into this game. There is a lot of strategy and a lot of synergies that you can do with cards, but in the essence, that is how you play Marvel Snap. My biggest concern going into Marvel Snap was my biggest concern going into almost any mobile game or really game in general, and that's the fear of it being pay to win. In card collection games and in deck building games, it is so incredibly easy to make it so that you can just go in on day one and buy every card that you want or buy hundreds of booster packs and be ahead of everyone else who is free to play. But Marvel Snap manages to avoid that in quite possibly the best way that I have ever seen. One of my favorite clips I've seen surrounding the game is a clip from Ben Brode, who's a developer on the game, talking about how he remembers growing up collecting Marvel trading cards and how in Marvel Snap, you can't just pay to get ahead of everybody else. You've got to climb the ladder. You might be wondering how Marvel Snap navigates this situation so that every player has equal opportunity to have the best time possible to collect all the cards and to not really leave free-to-play players out. And let me tell you how they do it. It's with the mechanic that made me fall in love with Marvel Snap, the collection level. Every card that you have in Marvel Snap can be visually upgraded 7 times. These visual upgrades go as far as breaking the picture out of the frame to full-on animating it, really just making the card look prettier. When you upgrade your cards, which you do by spending in-game currency that you can get through daily or weekly missions, playing the game, etc., 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 and with boosters that you earn from playing with the cards that you want to upgrade. Every time you upgrade a card, you increase your collection level. And every time you increase your collection level, you begin to collect more cards. The only way to collect more cards is to play the game more. Second Dinner is the game studio behind Marvel Snap, and honestly, this is just one of the many examples as far as how they try to make this game accessible for everybody. Because games have become so plagued with pay to win and loot boxes and features that allow players that spend boatloads of money to get ahead that makes it not even fun for free-to-play players. But Marvel Snap is a fresh breath of air where everyone has the same opportunity and everyone just gets to play the game and have fun. Everyone has to climb the ladder. I love it. When I started thinking about it, Second Dinner is the entire reason that I have fallen in love with Marvel Snap so much. They're the reason that I keep coming back because they continue loving and improving and caring about their game and community. In the 10 months that Marvel Snap has been released, they've released 2 brand new game modes, released new cards every week, new locations almost every week, new seasons every month. The game is always changing and it always feels fresh. On top of that, they're consistently putting out a developer's roadmap, showing the community what's coming to the game, what they're working on, and where they're at right now. So at no point does the community feel disconnected from Second Dinner. It just feels like one giant community all playing the game together and having a good time. It's been so refreshing to play a game where the studio behind it genuinely cares more about the outcome of their game than the monetary gain into their pockets. Because if we're being honest, that's the entire reason that I ended up leaving Pokemon Go. Some of you know, some of you don't know, I was a Pokemon Go YouTuber, and I have since left that because Niantic cared about nothing more than filling their pockets. They did not care about the community, they did not care about the game, and it was infuriating. It made it so difficult to make content because I was just resenting the game and then resenting the content. It made it difficult to connect with my community because there was no community. It was just Niantic doing whatever they want and the players having to put up with it. And Marvel Snap, it feels like it is a community. It is a group of people that are all together just loving the game together, and there is back and forth between the game studio and the community. Every month they put out a developer update. It's amazing. So if you're playing Pokemon Go right now, which I know almost 100% of my subscriber base is, just because that's the kind of content that I was making, I invite you to come join Marvel Snap. Come give it a shot. Look at what it's like to have a game studio that actually cares about their game and their community and making it fun for everybody. And for those of you that don't care about the Pokemon Go stuff and are just here for the Marvel Snap stuff, or just saw the title and wanted to check it out, you should check out Marvel Snap 2. It is such a competitive, casual, fun game that I think everyone can get into. With all of this being said, it makes me want to address one last thing that I kind of touched on, but relates to much more of me as a creator. It's been 2 months since I uploaded anything on this channel, and some of you may be wondering where I went, what I've been doing. And for the last 2 months, I've been struggling to come up with an idea of where do I want my channel to be? What do I want to make content about? I saw so much growth through Pokemon Go, and I had so many plans to continue to grow even more. And then out of nowhere, Niantic decided to just stop caring about their game, and it made me lose all passion to make Pokemon Go content. And I've been in a spot of wanting to connect with you guys, build a bigger community, continue growing Sukimelt, but to be honest, I don't even know what to make content about anymore. Wait, seriously? Are you being for real right now? What? You can't think of what to make videos about. I mean, it's hard to settle on one thing to make videos about. I mean, what do I want my content to be? It's like, I don't know what lane I want to go down. I don't know what to do. You've literally been sitting here talking about Marvel Snap for the entire video with no problem. Huh. Well, now that I think about it, I totally can just make Marvel Snap content. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I can just make like 2 to 3 videos a week showcasing different decks, different play styles, inventing mini games, and finding new ways to connect with my community. Dude, exactly. Thank you. Exactly this. Okay, yeah, but what if I want to play different games other than Marvel Snap? Then play different games. No one's telling you you only have to make one kind of video. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't think about that. Well, there you guys go. Marvel Snap content coming soon. Deuces!